Hello, beautiful planty people. It's Skully, and welcome to Skully's Creations, where we talk about plants and occasionally do a creative project here and there. If that sounds like your thing, your jam, please subscribe. Why not? And if you like this type of video, just give me a thumbs up. And if you don't, let me know in the comments what I should improve on or what you would like to see. So with that being said, let's get into it. I finally believe that I have enough experience with Syngonium to actually provide you with a sufficient care guide. And yeah, I'm super excited to talk to you about it. We're gonna go over everything you need to know, from probably the easiest Syngonium to the hardest, because not all Syngonium are made the same, but we're gonna go over that in this video. So hope you enjoy. And yes, so number one, let's talk about. I now notice the planes when they're passing by, so I can just. All right, we're good. Okay, number one, let's talk about lighting. So, for the most part, most indoor houseplants want bright and direct light, which basically means sun rays are not touching their foliage, but it is bright enough where they're still receiving light, and it's not too far where it seems like it's in a low light situation, for example, in the corner of your living room where it receives the least amount of light. However, Syngoniums can tolerate lower light situations. Not all, but some. For example, the Syngonium white butterfly, because that plant is a little bit more green, it can actually handle a little less light. But if you want to talk about a Syngonium albo, that one is going to need a little bit more light for it to keep its variegation. However, Syngonium albo, for example, cannot tolerate direct sunlight. You will burn the leaves. But funny enough, Syngonium white butterfly can handle a little bit of direct sun. I know this because my boyfriend's mom has a Syngonium albo. So pretty much on an east and south patio where it does get direct sunlight from the south in Texas, but also keep in mind that sometimes the leaves get a little crispy, but overall it's still thriving and it's a beautiful plant. The perfect lighting situation is going to be bright and direct light. For example, these are my Syngonium. All of these Syngonium currently are, and now granted they're in different places normally, but for the sake of lighting, all of these Syngonium are receiving bright light because this is a brightly lit area, but it's not all the way to like the window where it's getting direct sun. If I explained that well as far as bright and direct light, please let me know. If I could explain it better, also let me know as well. I'm sorry, when I was a beginner plant parent, I had no idea what bright and direct light was. What was the difference? And I'll actually make a video of that, like more specific on that. But yeah, this is basically bright and direct light. No sun rays, it's bright enough, but it's also not in the corner where it's getting the least amount of light possible. That's low light situation, bright and direct light, direct light. Make sense? All right. Next up, let's talk about soil. So Syngonium is still an aeroid, so because of that, they do like an airy mix. And what that basically means is, for example, if you were getting a bag of just, let's say, organic potting soil or just a regular bag of potting soil, for an aeroid, you're gonna want to add some amendments to make it a little bit more airy for those roots. Because if not, then those roots will stay compact and more than likely cause root rotting issues. So you want to add either some perlite and orchid bark would be ideal, or some people even add a little bit of cacti soil. Some people add horticultural charcoal. So there's a lot of amendments that you can add, but at the bare minimum, go ahead and put some perlite. Perlite, Miracle-Gro is totally fine. It's what I use, it's what a lot of people use, and it does the job. Also, if you don't want to use perlite, because just a fun fact over here, perlite over time will actually go up into the soil, so then therefore you don't have any more aeration. So usually by this time you have to repot the plant anyway, so it's not like a really big deal. But if you do want something that's going to stay consistently down there, I would suggest using pumice. I don't use pumice. It's not readily available. You can find pumice online or maybe at your local plant shop, but I'm good. The perlite is $5 at Home Depot. I'm all right. Up to you, but like I said, airy soil mix. So as far as the mix that I use, I currently am using 50% orchid bark, 30% perlite, and 20% organic potting mix. So that's my current soil mix for pretty much all of my plants, unless it's something that needs to hold moisture a little bit more, or like a cacti needs less moisture. So at that time, I just like amend it. But I am going to be switching my potting mix, same ratios, but instead of using organic potting mix, I'm actually going to start using coco coir. So it'll be coco coir, perlite, and orchid bark. So yeah, that's our soil. Now, as far as the pots that you want to use for your Syngonium, it's really up to you. The only suggestion that I have as far as the pots go is just make sure it has a drainage hole. Yeah. Or if not, then make sure after you're watering that you're emptying out the excess water. That's it, because they don't like to be sitting in wet water. That will cause root rot issues. Now, speaking of water, let's go ahead and go into watering. This is going to be the easiest way for me to explain it. It's mostly all the way dry, but right about here, if it's still a little bit moist, that's the best time to water your Syngonium. And then to drink it right up, you can top water or bottom water. But yeah, it's okay for the Syngonium to fully dry out before you give it a good watering. But preferably, this plant likes to be mostly dry, and then right about the very end, go ahead and give it a good watering. That will avoid wilting, which, just in case you didn't know, when a plant wilts, it uses its energy, and the more times it's using that type of energy to just perk back up, wilt, perk back up, it's just not ideal for the plant, and it may give out on you eventually just because it's tired, you know? So avoid that if possible, but like I said, if it wilts every once in a while, it's fine. It's, for the most part, it's a very, very forgiving plant. So that's watering. Now let's talk about humidity. Now, this is where not all Syngoniums are made equal, because for the most part, all of your Syngoniums are going to be okay in your normal household humidity. However, there are some that really do need higher humidity. For example, like the terrarium Syngoniums, such as the Rayi, that one absolutely needs the humidity, especially when it's younger, because it just needs a little bit more care. So that's that. But like I said, for the most part, they're good. If you want to give your Syngoniums higher humidity, they'll thank you, but they don't need it. They're not sensitive like a calathea, where if you don't have humidity, they're gonna like crisp up and die on you. No, not like that. So yeah, like I said, normal household humidity is fine, but for the more uncommon Syngoniums, those will need higher humidity. So just be aware. But like I said, for the most part, all of these that I have behind me are totally fine with normal household humidity. So yeah, so that's it as far as the care. Now let's get into the good part. Let me go ahead and show you my collection of Syngoniums. All right, let's go. So this is the Syngonium Pink Splash. And yep, this is the mature leaf form. So just so you know, Syngonium after time or over time will actually like do these lobe things. They change forms. So that's pretty cool, because like I said, this is already the mature form. And yeah, this is the Syngonium Pink Splash. Next up is the Syngonium Three Kings. again, this one's normal house humidity. I might put it a little bit closer to a humidifier because it will appreciate it, but she's good. So yeah. So, and she's growing, so she's just been acclimating to my home. Anyways, this one is the Syngonium 3 Kings. Next up, I have, and this is one that you can find at your local Lowe's or Home Depot. So this one is the Syngonium Maria, and can we just like the pot situation? It looks like a little tree. Anyways, it's so cute. Oh, I forgot to tell you that Syngonium are vining plants, but they do like to climb up. So yeah, this is the Maria Illusion. Yep. All right, next up, we have the Syngonium Mojito, or also known as the mottled Syngonium. So that's the most variegation I have. This one's just kind of green, but yeah, the Mojito is because it's like splashy. Very, very cool plant. So yeah, that's the Syngonium Mojito or mottled. This one, oh, let me show you a good leaf. I propagated a lot of these, so these are just kind of like smaller leaves, but this one, see if I can show you a good leaf. Yeah, there you go. This one is called the Syngonium Becken. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll have it on the screen if not, but yeah, this one I believe is the Becken, and yeah, it's really cool because those lines are really pronounced, and yeah, I really, really love this one. Okay, so this one, this one's really cool. This one is called the Syngonium Panda, and I believe it's called the Panda Galaxy. You can find it either or, Panda or Panda Galaxy. But the reason it's called that is because there's like these little white speckles that makes the leaves kind of look like a galaxy. Why is it called Panda? I have no idea. But but yeah, this is the Syngonium Panda Galaxy. Yep. I'm just gonna show you this one because the other one is staked up on that wood, but they're the same plant. But check this out. This is the Syngonium albo. Oh my god, has to be, I mean, just look at the leaves. Has to be one of my favorite, for sure. So yeah, Syngonium albo. This one's really cool because you never know what you're gonna get, and I get it now. I understand why people say that, like, you never know what you're gonna get, and it's true. I mean, look at the crazy variegation. I mean, on this, look at the crazy variegation. You have green, mint, white, like, it looks like a little army. I don't know. It just, yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. This is, again, one of my favorites. I guess I'm gonna say that because I on all of them, because I really do love all of my Syngonium. They're really wonderful plant to collect because they're really easy to take care of. So I love that. I love a good plant, easy care. I love a good easy care plant. Yep. This one's really cool. This one is my Syngonium Wendlandii. Well, there they go. This is my Syngonium Wendlandii, and yes, very, very cool. She kind of looks similar to the white butterfly, but I mean, again, these mature leaves just, oof. I will say though, I do like them a little bit more when they're not mature, but it's still a really cool plant. I mean, look at that, like, what? But yeah, this is my Syngonium Wendlandii. Very, very cool. Very cool plant. They're all so cool. This one, this one is my Syngonium White Butterfly. And as you can see, she is a little bit more on the green side because I do have her in a lower light situation. If you give the Syngonium White Butterfly higher light, let me show you what she'll look like. She'll look like that. She kind of looks like the Wendlandii, but yeah. So higher light and you'll get more of that white variegation. And you see it literally looks like a little butterfly is in it. So yeah, if you give it more light, you'll be able to see the white more. But if you have it in a lower light, like this one. But if you have it in a lower light situation, she'll turn a little bit more green, which is exactly what's been happening, but that's okay because I really like where she is. she's, yeah. But yeah, this one is my biggie. And yeah, I got this one from my boyfriend's mom. She has this Syngonium white butterfly, but like huge. It's gorgeous. If I have time to insert a clip of her white butterfly, I will definitely do that for y'all because it is beautiful. So yeah, this is the Syngonium white butterfly. Yep. And then the last Syngonium that I have is this Syngonium erythrophyllum. And it is a really, really dark Syngonium. I mean, it's basically black. But what's really cool about this Syngonium is its undersides. They're a maroon type of color, and it just really does something, you know? I have it on my shelf hanging down, and like I said, Syngoniums are vining plants, so she'll just continue to vine out. And yeah, she has some new growth coming in. I don't know if you can see it. New growth coming in. So yeah, so this is the Syngonium erythrophyllum. Oh, I forgot to show you my pink Syngonium. Okay, so next up is my pink Syngonium. So this one, again, you can find at your local plant shop, or I even saw them at Home Depot. But yeah, she just has this pink color to her. Oh, come on. She just has this pink color to her leaves, and I have to admit, when I first saw this plant, I wasn't too crazy about the pink, but she really grew on me, and now she's one of my favorite plants. So yeah, this is just the pink Syngonium. And lastly, I'm gonna have to take you to my terrarium because my Rhea is in there. Alrighty, there she is. This is my Syngonium Rhea, and I mean, look how cute she is. She's so tiny. And then this is how they stay. She's gonna stay pretty compact like this. The white is gonna continue. She's not gonna lose that. And I believe she's the dark form because if you can see her, she's pretty much black. It's really, really cool. So she's like greenish black color with the white. But yeah, this is my Syngonium Rhea, and she lives in for the most part, my begonia tank, and yeah, or my begonia terrarium. So yeah, that's my Syngonium Rhea. Alright, y'all, that is it for this video. If you have stuck with me to the end, you are awesome. You are the one, and I do really appreciate it. Again, if you like this type of video, subscribe, like, do all the things. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions regarding Syngoniums, or if you just want to chat, I'm down for that too. Well, like I said, that is it for this video. I really do hope you have a wonderful planty day. Bye!